All right, we're live. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from the W.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is afternoon. My name is Alex Vidal. I am president of RelatedISG International Realty, host of the show you are watching today, if you can believe it, episode number 53 of the Closer Club. And if there's anybody who epitomizes RelatedISG, if there's anybody who epitomizes being a closer, it is this wonderful young lady to my left, Donna Incorvaja. Donna, thank you so much for finally getting on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me, Alex.
You're welcome. Now, if you don't know who Donna is, to give you an idea, we have about 560 realtors within RelatedISG International Realty. Donna is the number one transactions closed agent within RelatedISG International Realty with close to 100 transactions a year. If there's anybody who's a closer, it's this girl right here. Don't let her big smile fool you. She can close. But there's a few things that we're going to cover today that really I think any agent out there should be watching. What are the three things that turned her into a top producer? She is the queen of getting buyers to sign buyer brokerage agreements. How does she handle crazy sellers? What else? Well, how do you handle the market? We have some great questions for Donna. Now, Donna, we are going on 10 years that we've known each other. Crazy.
Remember? I can't believe it.
10 years. So I've known Donna for 10 years.
Wow.
And we worked at a prior brokerage together for a few years as well. When I met you, so we've known each other 10 years. When I met you, you were entering your third year into the business. So you've been into it for about 13 years. And even then already, you were coming on as a top producer in the business. You've been ranked number one within RelatedISG now for going on 3-4 years. Cliff Notes version, tell us about Donna and how you got to where you are today.
So, first of all, thank you for having me. It's an honor. Who knew we would be here after 10 years, right? We both came along so far.
We have come a long way.
Yeah, so I started the real estate. I got into real estate 6 months before the crazy market crashed.
Oh, perfect time.
Yeah, and I didn't know what I was getting into, but I felt that this is what I wanted to do. Okay. I remember that my first closing, I was so excited and the market crashed, so I didn't get paid. So and it delayed.
I didn't know that.
It delayed my closing by another 6 months. So I was 1 year into it without any paycheck.
Sure.
But so I stayed in. I worked very hard, and the next thing I knew, I was doing short sales, foreclosures, REOs, and in the meantime, I was building my database and building relationships. I knew that's what I needed to do to maintain and be where I'm at today.
So you adjusted to the market at the time, REOs, foreclosures, short sales.
Very quickly.
Worked your butt off. Out of curiosity, because I know the answer to this, and I think a lot of people don't think that when top producers get to a certain level, they back off and they let other people do the work for them. How many hours a week do you think you work?
I used to work longer hours, sure. But now I think I'm down to 60-70 hours because I have a great admin behind me and they help me a lot. I used to do everything on my own.
What I love about that is she's down to 60-70 hours.
Yes.
And you talk about, well, you didn't mention her name, but your admin is Lisa. And if there's a common denominator among top producers, they really do have a great support system behind them to give you the time to do what you do best, which is to go out and close deals. Now, you talked a little bit about what it was like when you first got your license, market crash, foreclosure, short sales, REOs. What were the top, if you were to break it down to the top 3 things you did to become a top producer, what do you think those were?
Maybe it's my crazy Maltese accent.
She's from Malta.
I'm from Malta. It's an island off the coast of Sicily. Everyone asks me. That's the first question I get. I think if you work around me, you know that I don't take no for an answer.
Okay.
I'm very persistent. I'm very consistent. Every day I have a schedule and I repeat it every day. It's like a machine. And also I think it's me connecting with people.
There you go.
Yeah.
So being persistent.
Yes.
being consistent, and being able to connect.
Yes.
And you know, when you look at that, you look at persistency is key, right? I think a lot of people get no right away and they just walk away, or no just means not now. You got to keep going. Consistency is definitely a trait among the top producers. And as I've shared on the show 1,000 times, there's 65,000 realtors in Dade and Broward County, and customers have a choice. And if they have a choice, they're going to want to work with somebody they like. And you've done a wonderful job of being able to connect with your customers. I know that firsthand. One of my favorite questions that I get asked all the time, and I would love your feedback on this, is they always ask, Alex, how's the market doing? I have my way of answering it. When someone asks you, Donna, how's the market doing? How do you answer that?
This is a fact. Houses sell in South Florida, whether it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, they sell the houses sell. I think that we are in a fair market, I can call it, because I feel that sellers want more and buyers want less, so we kind of are in between.
Okay.
So I would say it's a fair market.
It's a fair market. I think that's a great way to put it.
Yes.
It's a fair market. Now, one of the things that you've done really well is, and we know you're the queen of getting buyers to sign buyer brokerage agreements, but you do a phenomenal job with sellers as well. What's the best approach to handling an unrealistic seller and bringing them back down to reality?
So I determine if a seller is unrealistic before I take the listing agreement.
Okay.
I won't sign up unless I know or see the end of it, because it never ends well, you know.
With a bad seller.
So I also see that I can take control because I know how to guide the transaction and see us going to a closing.
Sure.
So I determine if I take a listing based on more the need than the want of the seller.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, and do you do that, and we're going to go off script a little bit as we always do. Do you do that in person, or are you doing that over the phone, or is it kind of both? You're doing it on the phone and then in person when you go?
It's both.
It's both.
It's both, yeah.
So would you agree with me that sometimes the best listing is the one you did not take?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the difference among top producers.
Yes.
Aaron Novello, who's with Keller Williams, he once talked about how, you know, having to do things out of necessity versus, you know, wanting to do it. And I think when agents that are not top producers will take listings out of necessity, then you have those disgruntled sellers and unrealistic sellers as well.
You know, like Frank told us once, not taking a listing is a win.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
More people need to hear
Yes.
it. Sometimes the best listing is the one you didn't take. Talk to us about buyer brokerage agreements, because I think a lot of people think it's relatively easy to get somebody to sign on the dotted line a purchase agreement or a listing agreement because there's something tangible. You're listing a property, you're going to do marketing, put a for sale sign, all this good stuff. But having a buyer sign a buyer brokerage agreement is like very unheard of down in our market. You may hear of one or two agents that do it, maybe one or two agents that do it every now and then, but you have proven to be consistent. You've actually trained in our company, teaching agents how to get buyers to sign buyer brokerage agreements. Obviously, you have an entire class on this, but if you were to sum it up, what are some tips you can give the realtor audience on getting buyers to sign buyer brokerage agreements?
Yeah, well, it's hard to summarize, so I thought a bit about this.
Sure, yeah.
I would say that getting a buyer to sign a buyer's agreement is no different than getting a seller to sign a listing agreement.
Okay.
Actually, it's easier because buyers don't pay us commission. The seller pays us commission.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think some advice I give realtors is that they have to feel confident when they present the buyer's agreement, and they have to get the buyer to feel that they are confident and that they're the best realtor who's going to help them throughout the whole transaction.
So feel confident when presenting the paperwork for them to sign, and more importantly, before presenting the paperwork to sign, making sure that you show your value to them as to why you need to be their agent on the buy side of the deal.
Exactly.
There you go. Lightning round, one word, very short answers. These are some of my favorite. If you put your money in one location for ROI for leads, what would you say?
I would say open houses.
Open houses. A lot of the top brokers say open houses. What's your favorite social media platform? Actually, I don't know the answer to this.
I don't have it.
You don't have?
I don't have.
Well, you have Facebook.
Well, I use it more as more as a diary. Sometimes I'll just post something up because I haven't been on it, but my attention is not on social media.
There you go. What you do a great job is in your email marketing with your database, because I happen to be on your database.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah, you didn't even know. Yeah. I get you're just listed, you're just sold, and it's
Okay.
consistent. You're always reminding me
That I'm there.
that you're there.
Yes.
You're not afraid to remind me that you're there, and you're reminding me that you're doing business all the time. What's one daily practice every realtor should be doing to make their business better?
So every day is a new day. Our job is very challenging. We get to be part of the emotions of our customers, and it can pull us down and train us. So we have to be very positive and lift us and our customers up, and tomorrow is a new day.
So recognizing every day is a new day and remaining positive. And I know you've made some major strides lately between exercise and coaches and all that to make sure you're able to do that on a consistent level, which I love. What % of your income do you put back into marketing?
I think we do between 20 to 25%.
You reinvest in yourself. 20
Yes.
to 25%. I love that. If you could pick only one way to prospect, what would it be?
I would go back to my database and just call my past customers.
Yeah. Now, Donna, I'm going to ask this after. This is not on here.
Yeah.
Can you believe she's nervous?
Yes.
She was nervous for today. Top producers closed 100 transactions and she's nervous. But one of the things I love about Donna is tell them, there's a lot of money you spend in terms of marketing and email marketing and leads and all that. But tell them about one of the things you do from a sweat equity perspective that you do. Let's say, maybe I'm not posing the question right, but what's one of the things we talked about to take your business to the next level that you did and you almost got arrested for?
Oh, doorknob. Oh my God.
No, but here's the key, and she got arrested because a silly neighbor called for doing something. She was just knocking on doors.
No, it wasn't once.
It wasn't once.
No.
But listen to what she just said. It just wasn't once, which means she went again, and she went again.
And then I sent my assistant, and
she never stopped. But there's a reason why you're that top producer, right?
Yes.
Because you don't take that no, and you kept going. Yeah. It's funny when agents call me saying they got a cease and desist for door knocking or something like that. I'm like, I love it. They're doing their job. That's what you should do. First question you ask every buyer:
buyer or seller? When do you need to buy or sell a home?
First one. Whether buyer or seller, same question.
Yep, for me it's all about the motivation.
All about the motivation. Interesting. Bet you if it's a highly motivated client, you probably bust your butt for them. When they're not that very motivated, you may not even work with them at all.
Nope.
There you go. Realtors need to learn that. Last question, and then we're going to give you a tour. We are in a 2-bedroom unit here at the W, corner unit 2309. I want to show you the views are spectacular. I always love featuring the properties when we're done. Last question for Donna. She's busy. She's got a couple closings this afternoon. Donna, book, podcast, or TED Talk recommendation for our audience?
Or anything else, right?
Or anything else.
Because I don't read many motivational books.
Sure.
Right now I am doing the Cardone University online, which I find very helpful. It just reminds me phrases, how to live my career day by day. Also, I sing, so I have a motto song from Whitney Houston called One Moment in Time.
Sure.
Every time I feel down, I just listen to it over and over again.
All right, so now I have to put you on the spot. By the way, Cardone University is something we brought into Related ISG for 25 of our realtors. Interestingly enough, because I get an email every morning at 10 a.m. of the usage reports, the only one out of the 25 that uses it daily is this girl right here. So for the other agents who say that they don't have the time, here's our top producer, close to 100 transactions on Cardone University every single morning. Donna, you are an amazing singer. I'm not going to ask you to sing right now. No, we did talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was for today.
Yeah, it would have been for today, but the sounding's not right.
Okay.
Where can people who are viewing this, where can they find you? On YouTube, where's your video?
Well, I have YouTube. I just put one song up. I do it more for fun now.
Sure. But people need to hear
on
this
YouTube.
word.
You just look up my name.
There you go. Look
Yes.
up your name.
Yes.
Donna Incorvaja. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the link in the comments.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So you're talented.
The singing realtor, right?
You're a singing realtor.
Right.
You're talented. And then
Thank
and
you.
Facebook and all that, they can find you. Well, she's
Yes.
tagged in this link.
Thank you.
Donna, thank you so much for
Thank
joining me.
you.
You
Thank you.
are. I want you to know that on my behalf, you are a rock star.
Thank you.
Okay. And I know what you've been through both professionally and personally. For everybody who can look at this and say, well, she's got a great life. She makes all this money and you do very well. Personally, it hasn't been an easy road. You never let that be an excuse to stop you from becoming a top producer. You're an inspiration to me. You've definitely been an inspiration to a lot of the brokers that we've worked with both here and at Herman Group and all that before in the past. Keep kicking ass because you're an amazing rock star.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
All right, guys. I'm gonna pick up the camera real quick and show you around. We moved some of the furniture, so it's kind of messy. And I have Rebecca Batterman in the back over there, who's gonna talk off camera. Rebecca, what are we? Where are we? We're in unit 2309, right?
Yep, a 2-bedroom, fully furnished residence. We're facing south. Donna actually sold a couple units here, so she's a W expert. The price of this unit is $1,520,000. We have 2 bedrooms starting around $800,000. Again, fully furnished. Most of our buyers buy here to use it, and when they're not using it, they can of course rent it. We're offering a 3-year leaseback program. So we're paying 7% of the purchase price and rental income for the next 3 years.
Okay.
And we're paying 3 years of condo fees. It's a great investment opportunity. We're already 65% sold.
And there you go.
And there you go. Come
All
visit
right.
us.
Donna, you want to say bye? I'm losing connection here.
Bye.
There we are. Bye, everybody.